Arcade Adventures on the Rain-Slick Precipice of Darkness, Episode 1. Video guide for the Silent but Deadly achievement. And the Silent but Deadly achievement is for killing the final boss without using any healing items. So for the first, there's three different stages of the boss: the feet part, then kind of the chest part, and then the head. And for the first part of the boss, or for the entire boss fight, what you want to be doing is just attacking as frequently as possible to prevent the boss from attacking himself. And there's quite a few ways to do that. Using items helps out a lot. Oh, and you also need to get the timing down for all the boss's attacks, because there will be times when the boss attacks when you just can't keep attacking fast enough. And being able to counterattack his attacks, or at least dramatically reduce the amount of damage that you take when he does attack, will help out significantly. So what I like to do is give Gabe a speed up potion so that he can attack much more frequently, and give Tycho a defense up potion because his defense is the lowest of everybody in the group, and his attack is also the highest. So on the final stage of the boss, I like to give him the attack up potion. And your character, however you choose to create him, I have him be the item bitch. Just have him keep throwing hot toddies and dynamite. Now, the first stage of the boss is weak to hot toddies. The second stage is weak to the clown noses. I forget what they're, or the dynamite. The second stage is weak to the dynamite. None of the stages are weak to the clown noses, but they're still very effective, so you want to use those when you can. You also want to use your support characters whenever you have the option, because they can give you a couple extra seconds of time for having your characters build up their attack bars. Now, like I said before, this can take a little bit of practice to get the timing down to block all the attacks, and to just really get in the flow of constantly using attacks and preventing the boss from using any attacks whatsoever. It can also be very helpful if you come into the final boss fight with like a 20 plus hit streak, or even a maxed out hit streak, which can give you quite a bit of extra damage, but I managed to fuck that up before the final boss, and that would have made this quite a bit easier. So just keep punching away at the boss, doing all the attacks that you can. And you can also use the invisible boxes or the oranges just to delay the boss from fighting for another second or two, which I like to do a lot with my character that I created, because he's not the strongest or the fastest, so I find it's really good to just kind of use him as the bitch, like I said before. I've played through the game twice now, and I have not seen T. Kemper do anything but lend himself. And apparently, he does actually have a secondary attack, 1 in 1,000 chance, or whatever it is. But I have not seen him use it yet. first two stages of the boss, all of his attacks are group attacks, which kind of sucks because, you know, he attacks everybody in the group. Now, like I said before, Tycho is the weakest of everybody, so he's the only person that you really need to worry about dying. But when we get to the final stage of the boss, I'll explain the strategy for defending against that a little bit better. Ah, here we go, final stage. So, the final boss has a couple attacks, or the final stage of the boss has a couple attacks, but the one you really need to worry about is the attack where he runs up to you and tries to smack you with his snout. And that is because as soon as he starts to focus on one person, he will just keep attacking that person over and over and over again. So you kind of need to get lucky and hope that he does not go after Tycho, because no matter how good you are at defending them, unless you counterattack every single attack that he throws at you, chances are you will not be able to make it through the level. So luckily he attacked my character, and as soon as you find out which character he's going to focus on for the rest of the battle, give that person a defense up potion. And keep feeding Gabe speed potions when you can, and have him use oranges to distract the final boss. Ooh, I missed that block right there. When the boss... Ooh, I accidentally gave my character an attack up as well. Anyway, and if you get the counterattack timing down, you can actually do quite a bit of extra damage to him. But, like I said before, that can be kind of hard to perfect. But as long as you're blocking all of his attacks and have a defense up on the character that he's focusing on, you should be fine. Now, I'm not sure if you can get this achievement and have someone die and not use any healing potions. But when I played through this game, I was trying to get the achievement for not letting any characters die throughout the entire game and not use any health potions on the final boss as well. So that made it a little bit more difficult for myself. But regardless, I don't know if you can do this and still have one guy die. Just keep blasting away at the guy. Keep using those speed up potions on Gabe, because he can get to his punching attack very quickly. And if you can, have Tycho wait an extra second or two to get to his Y full extra charge attack. Oh, I forgot to say, you also need to be throwing defense down potions on the final boss as frequently as possible, because that'll make your attacks much more effective. And keep using T. Kemper and all your support characters as well, because that can give you a little bit extra time to charge up your attacks.